Hello everyone, it is Saturday and today I am in the mood to do something that I do from time to time, which is to literally do nothing the entire day other than read and study and meditate and go in nature and do all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to vlog that today. That is basically what I'm going to be doing. Oftentimes on these days I experience so much more growth than I ever would at any other time, but I don't want to put that pressure on. It's just like a time to kind of reflect. And I thought that it actually today started out really good because I read this article in The Guardian. It's by Yaa Gyasi and it's called White People, Black Authors Are Not Your Medicine. And I just felt like this article is a conversation that has been going on BookTube for a very, very, very long time. And I just wanted to kind of share it with you guys. I'll link it below so that you can read it, but just wanted to go through some of my thoughts on it. So basically, Yaa Gyasi is talking about how she wrote Homegoing, and then, it was really well loved and all that. But then, in recent times, probably like over the summer and stuff, it all of a sudden like shot up again in popularity. And then Transcendent Kingdom came out and that was like instantly super popular. And I think that her thoughts were kind of like, are you reading these books just because I'm Black? Basically, like are all these books on Black bestseller book lists, and so you're reading them, or like how to be woke list or whatever, and or maybe you're not even reading them, maybe you're just putting them on your shelves. So that's kind of the premise of this article, is that you can't just have Black books on your shelf or read Black books and think that you are going to be cured of racism. Basically, that you actually need to read them because you genuinely enjoy them. And you can't just have Black people as part of your bookshelf, but then have a life that is void of diversity in all other arenas. Okay, so this is kind of what she talks about as far as like just buying the book and not even doing anything with it. So many of the writers of color that I know have had white people treat their work as though it were a kind of medicine, something they had to swallow in order to improve their condition, but don't really want it. They don't really enjoy it. And if they're being totally honest, they don't actually even take the medicine half the time. They just buy it and leave it on the shelf. What pleasure, what deepening there be in reading like that? To enter a world of fiction with such a tainted mission is to doom the novel or short story to fail you on its most essential levels. To see white people holding up Black Lives Matter signs as we march through gentrified Brooklyn, to see white parents hoisting children up on their shoulders, chanting Black Lives Matter, when I suspect they've done as much as possible to ensure those same children never go to a school with more than a tasteful smattering of Black children. But basically, I feel like this has been a conversation on BookTube for so long that first of all, I did not like Homegoing. I liked the idea of it. I liked how she like found the idea of it. It wasn't something that I'm interested in. I have a hard time with kind of multi-generational family sagas. So I just wasn't a fan. Not that I couldn't tell it was well written, I just didn't like it. But Transcendent Kingdom, like I read it and there were so many aspects of it that I actually loved so much. And when I talked about it on my channel, I found someone else who completely bashed it. And they didn't bash it because they didn't like it. They basically bashed it because they said that if it had been written by a white author, that it would never have gotten the attention that it did. And in some regards, Yaa Gyasi is saying the exact same thing, but I think that there is this really fine line between what they're saying. One is from a very racist viewpoint, and one is from a very like just honest viewpoint. And I think the whole point is that we cannot read diversely just to check off boxes, but we have to read diversely because we genuinely want to learn and grow, and because the books that we're reading are good. Bluebird is written by a Black author. That is a good mystery. So good. I want to read everything else that Attica Locke has written, and I enjoyed it as a mystery, but I felt that the author being Black added so much depth to that mystery. So I think that it is this we just have to be genuine about our reading, right? We just have to read what we love, and we do have to put in extra effort to make sure we're reading diversely, because publishing is dominated by white male authors. But when you're putting in that extra effort, it doesn't mean you're reading just to check off boxes. That's not what it means. And then the other thing I think Yaa Gyasi challenges us to do is to make sure the rest of our life is not as white-centric as, I mean, our whole society is white-centric, let's be honest, but we need to diversify the rest of our lives too, not just read Black books, love them, and move on. So those are kind of my thoughts on that article. I'm curious what you guys have to say, so feel free to make a video response or leave stuff in the comments.